You're watching WUFT TV News.
Strong storms have already produced some damage in the area. That's our top story today. I'm Stephanie Matarazzo. A lightning strike may have caused a fire at a Gainesville apartment complex yesterday evening. The fire broke out during the late afternoon storms and destroyed a building at the Paddock Club, which is off Fort Clark Boulevard near Newberry Road. All 16 apartments in the building were destroyed, leaving more than a dozen people temporarily homeless. The Red Cross was called for assistance. Fortunately, there were no reports of injuries. Today in Washington, Eric Shinseki resigned as Secretary of Veterans Affairs. The resignation comes over horrifying problems at the Phoenix VA hospital and delayed care issues that may be system-wide. NBC's Steve Danielsman has the latest from Capitol Hill. U.S. Senator Bill Nelson visited the Gainesville VA last week, saying heads should roll, but stopping short of calling for the general's resignation. Today, Nelson said it's time to move forward. Senator Marco Rubio, who had already called for today's resignation, is pushing a bill that would make it easier for the next VA secretary to clean house. And a plea bargain approved today wraps up a 2008 case involving the rape and brutal beating of a woman attacked while jogging one morning in Hill Plantation. Andrew Payne Jr. will serve a 20-year prison term followed by 10 years probation and registration as a sexual predator. The victim was consulted and released a statement thanking the sheriff and state attorney for bringing her attacker to justice. The transformation of the former Gainesville Correctional Institute into a one-stop location for the homeless is coming to life. WUFT's Michael Higdon went out to the homeless center to see how it has been doing and what is next. Michael? The Gainesville area is home to a ballpark complex that can host large-scale baseball and softball tournaments. That dream became a reality with a $7 million investment of local hotel bed tax revenue. But in terms of bookings, it hasn't been as easy as a Hollywood movie. Build it and they will come. As WUFT's Colette Duchamp tells us, local leaders are now exploring options for attracting more tourist tournaments and boosting the return on investment. For now, the complex sees plenty of quiet days, just as our cameras found during a visit last week. The next tournament is still a week away, but the summer schedule will start heating up in late June. Well, mistakes seem to live on the internet forever, but there may eventually be a way to remove links you no longer want out there. When we come back, we'll tell you how a court ruling is forcing Google to make it happen in Europe.
You're watching WUFT TV News.
Google is taking steps to meet a ruling by Europe's top court allowing citizens to request the removal of some links. The company made a form available online so Europeans can submit requests to material to be taken down. Google stopped short of specifying when it would remove links that meet the criteria to be removed. Google is trying to craft a long-term approach to dealing with the issue in case the concept expands to other service areas. Google expects a barrage of requests in Europe alone, since the EU has a collective 500 million people. We've been tracking strong storms over the area. Let's go now to Sean for an update. Thanks, guys. Well, it's Friday and there's a sports-packed weekend ahead of us.
Robert,
Before we go, let's get one last update on the weather. Thanks, Tony, and thank you at home for watching WUFT News at 6, a production from UF Innovation News Center.
the nightly business report is coming up next here on WUFT TV, but don't forget WUFT News is always on at WUFT.org. Good night.